Hey, good morning, Facebook viewers. How you doing today? Hope everybody's having a wonderful, great day. I'm gonna introduce myself and take you on a little journey that I'm gonna be going on in a few days to be working on becoming an expat to the country of Tonga, from which I'm married to a Tongan national, and I'll explain a little bit about how I met her. When I was in New York as a kid, believe it or not, I watched Elvis Presley for the first time, Blue Hawaii, and I was infatuated with Polynesians. Um, Fast forward, leaving New York and going to Los Angeles, um, I ran across Polynesians for the first time. My mother happened to marry and meet a Tongan named Tavita Toa, and he was in my life for 17 years as my father. During those years, the families that he was friends with um, became my friends. And one of the friends I had a niece, and the crazy thing is we both came from small islands. I was from Long Island, New York. She was from Tonga Island. They're about equivalent to almost the same sizes geographically. And I was very infatuated with the Polynesian um, culture, even as a kid at 8 years old or so. So when I moved to California, my mom married a Tongan. I got to meet more Polynesians. And as I did, I met one of my dad's friend's nieces. And we were both probably 9, 10 years old. And we would, her and her sister would beat me up and do little things. When they see me come around and hanging around their, older guys with my stepdad. And I told my mom, hey, that after a while, I was like, you know that girl? I want to marry her when I get older. I'm going to marry her. And believe it or not, within 6 years or so, 7 years, I did. I married my wife, Lisa Sakona Wallace, from Nuku, Tonga, and struck up a relationship with her. Um, and we wind up getting married in 1988 and having, over time, 9 wonderful kids together, going on 20 grandchildren together. And I just want to elaborate on, now that we've been together going on 34 years and we're working on our retirement ages, I want to express the differences of our lifestyles. I've held down jobs, um, and I've worked throughout my life for several different work entities. I've had my own catalog. I've always been an entrepreneur and a capitalist. I've never been the person that relied on a company or a business was going to be my week to week paycheck, and I couldn't live the week to week waiting for a paycheck. I've always made my own money. I've learned from a young age how to do newspapers, different things as a kid. Um, Coming from a large family and not having all the resources and money that every family would like to sit here and live comfortably with. Um, in time, now that we're older, she's been a career woman working for Denny's for 30 something years, about 31 almost out of our 34 years of marriage. She's been working for Denny's. She's been a regional manager, a general manager, and on and on. She's been very comfortable with paycheck to paycheck lifestyle living. Um, It's afforded us to raise our kids together. I was more of a stay-at-home dad, and I raised all my kids, and that's a great thing. These days, the times have changed. There's no longer that single father working, providing for everybody. If it's not two parents working one job each, it's two parents working 1.5 to 2 jobs each, never having time to raise their kids. I've had the blessings in my life to raise my kids, as well as always been a capitalist and an entrepreneur. I've had catalog businesses, I've had used car auction businesses, landscaping business, tree service business, construction business. I've done a lot of work, different areas, different companies. Worked for Continental Airlines before, Alpha Beta before they went out of company, went out of business. And I lost my job. Now, the reason why I decided to be more of an entrepreneur and capitalist than let me get my PhD, master's, and all that, and rely on those paychecks week to week, my wife did that. And that was our guaranteed income. She was good at what she did, and she loved her job. So she never was working. She just did what she loved. And it came easy to her. In time, now that we're getting ready to retire, they pushed the years back. For my wife to sit here and enjoy a full SSI check, the life expectancy has changed. We know that across the United States. People are dying in their 50s instead of their 60s and 70s more now than ever. We're both pushing. I'm going on 54. She's going on 53. And we're getting ready for that senior citizen retirement age. Now, if she was to retire at 55, she's really not getting much of her SSI. And nobody's guaranteed to live to 70 to get a full SSI check. I'm working on, me and my wife, we took our savings and put it together and invested it with a cousin of mine's in Salt Lake City. I'm here in Mesa, Arizona. And we formed a LLC called the Nuku Nuku Retreat and Getaway LLC. Our goal and our plan is to, order some expandable homes from China, send them to Tonga, set up a property, lease a property or get a deed to a property, which is a little harder in Tonga because it all belongs to the crown, and you have to actually get permission to get any land in Tonga, although the noblemen's and private sectors can sell parts of their land. Otherwise, you have to lease it from an owner or a nobleman or somebody who has the authority to let you use their land. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to take you on a journey starting in 2 days. I leave. If you see, I've had a calendar writing down everything I needed to do for this month to prepare to apply for a resident visa or my business visa in the island of Tonga, which I would like to later on become dual citizen and have my citizenship in Tonga so I could live there back and forth and come here to the States and visit my grandchildren and my kids. But my main focus is to get my wife to retire by 55, 2 more years from now. I want her to take whatever SSI has to offer her, and hopefully my plan is to be self-sufficient and have residual income through an Airbnb as well as recreational rental, kayaks and so forth for water sports. Um, I'll be leaving in 2 days. If you see the shirt, my shirt says family. Family in Tongan means family, of course, and family always should come first. And that's what this shirt is, with the seal of Tonga. Thus, the Tongan flag and the islands that I've been going to. I recently acquired some property in Samoa from some relatives that had property there and said we could develop. So all this is coming of time when they found out, those family members found out that me and another cousin were going into this business venture together. And we were doing it out in the South Pacific Islands. We have family members there. I have family members in Hawaii. I have family members in Tonga, New Zealand, Australia. All in-laws, some of them. My stepdad is back in New Zealand, Tavita Toa. I am hoping to take everybody who's viewing this, and I'm thankful that even if you take the time to watch and learn who I am, take you on a journey of what it's going to take and how easy it can be, because it seems really hard when they start asking for all these things, the criteria, what you need to apply for a visa out of country, or a business visa, or even a citizenship, dual citizenship out of country. You have to meet criteria, and you have to have all these available in Tonga to the consulate when you apply for your visa. Well, I'll give you this over time. I'm not going to do it today. I will go over it tomorrow. I will explain the criteria that it took and all the things that I had to do just to get what the application requires, because I could only do so much here in the United States. When I get to Tonga, that's where I can complete the application by having letters of character reference from friends and family that I have in the islands, with credible backgrounds. I have a lot of friends and family in Tonga that are deported, and when you're deported back in the islands, you are kind of frowned upon because you got sent back to the islands under bad circumstances, whether you committed crimes or whatever they were in the country that you were visiting under your visa. You broke the rules, and now you got sent back to Tonga. I do have a lot of great friends that made mistakes and that live in Tonga. And I will, in time, I will show you and introduce you to them, because I'm going to go visit them. And show you a little bit of, and they'll explain to you what they went through as being deported returnees to Tonga. But that's another story. We'll get to that. I'll interview them a little bit when I get to Tonga. And I will go along my journey from here to Fiji to Tonga. I will give you inputs of my time and what I'm doing, because everything is an expense. Everything is going to lead me to being financially set for myself, because I didn't work as much as my wife did. My wife is guaranteed she's going to have an SSI check. I've worked more for myself and created my own income my whole life, that I'm not and haven't depended on the government to hold my hand very much. Now, I don't say that I hadn't needed them in the past. I had, and I was thankful to lean on my government. But they're only to lean on to step forward and progress yourself and get away from government resources. And I did, and we have. We used them for a short time in our early years, and struggling with several kids. Right off the bat, we had 6 boys straight, so that kind of diapers and Similac back to back to back to back, because all my sons were all pretty much 1 year apart for the first 6-something years, 7, 8 years of our marriage, going on to totally having 9 kids, 2 girls and 7 boys, which is a blessing. Both my family was large. I came from a family. My mom had 12 siblings, and her grandparents were lovely to me. And when they passed, we moved from New York to California, and life changed for us and for myself. Things actually, to me, were meant to be. It was destiny. It was meant for me to meet my wife at 10, marry her at 17, and be with her for the past 33 years with our grandchildren and children. All blessings. Never was always easy. There's times where we struggled and we were broke, never homeless, never carless, and never hungry, thanks to the Heavenly Father above. We did have our struggles. We did have our dark days where we didn't know what tomorrow was going to bring. But we got through it. And here we are today, investing what money we have to plan for our future retirement. And that's where I'm at. And I'm thankful for everybody who is watching, tuning in. And I'm 53 going on 54 on February 6th, Bob Marley's birthday. If you look around my house, you'll see Bob Marley everywhere, because we share the same birthday and the same concepts in life. We want to be happy, simple, and just enjoy our families and live a good life. Bob Marley. Love him. Went to Jamaica, went to visit him, his house in Kingston, as well as his memorial, mausoleum. So those are blessings in my life, things that I wanted to do. Tonga, I love Tonga. I've been going to Tonga since 1996. I got to watch the Tupo Fa, which is Tupo 4, actually exercise in the Del Fiva Coliseum back in the days. I got to meet the Queen back in the days at a Hufifali in Deku, which was amazing. I've got to meet a lot of the royal family over time. So I met one of the kings, his wife. I just recently was all the way in, the Crown Prince came from Tonga all the way to Inglewood, California for a funeral of a beloved woman, Mele Manu from Mua, married to Widi Manu from Mua, and very good friends of mine. They took me in when I was a kid, let me live with them for a while, with my mom's permission. I went through high school with these friends. A lot of these friends, some got deported, and I will still love them and visit them because they're my friends, and I consider them family. This journey has been very emotional because I've been given good support and a lot of negative support that I possibly couldn't pull this off. But as I was doing it, created my LLC, gotten an investor, word of mouth got around, and I was blessed to be given an opportunity to also develop property in Samoa. So I'll be doing properties in Samoa and Tonga, God willing, which I know He's blessed me so far. I know that I will have these homes to vacation, to Airbnb out, and to make life better for me and my wife. Give my kids a vacation home to visit to in their mother's mother country. That's my goal. I'm emotional over it because I've been around Polynesians my whole life. And with every people, there's good and bads. But for me, I love Tonga. I love being in the islands, from Hawaii to Jamaica to Long Island to Catalina Island. If you got an island that I could get to, Fiji as well, I'm going, given the opportunity. And I've been blessed to have that opportunity many times in my life. This is my 5th time going to Tonga since 1996. And I'm looking forward to sharing my adventures. I'll post some more videos of me swimming with whales. I've done a lot of activities, so I just recently put some shorts on, getting familiar with posting videos, so I'm learning. It's a learning curve. I'm 54. I didn't do this before, but thankful for YouTube's algorithm that they changed and their new programs. It'll make it easier for me to even utilize and give a little bit. Instead of me going to a publisher and writing my life story, I could give you guys a little bit of that and teach you what it's going to take, because I want you to learn something from this. If you are in the age group going almost into retirement, in your 40s to 50s, 60s, and you are looking for somewhere to get away, live an easy life, relax, be in a region of the world where you could travel to Asia, come back to the States if you needed to. That's my goal. That's where I want to be, and that's where I want to take you on this journey. And hopefully, I'm going to keep up with this. So in time, you'll see my progress, my failures, my struggles, everything I'm going through. And I hope you'll be there with me. And I'm thankful for that. And you have a blessed day, everybody. And tune in tomorrow. I will guarantee have some more input of the things that I had to gather up for the application for my resident visa in the island of Tonga, in the kingdom of Tonga. And I want to thank you for watching. And you have a blessed day. And God willing, you'll one day be able to come and visit Tonga, swim with the whales, and reside at my Nuku Nuku retreat and getaway. Thank you very much.